Yikes. 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 That was disgusting. That was disgusting. Let's call it what it is. That was absolutely disgusting. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Kevin and Zach React. If you're sitting there thinking, Zach, new spot. Wow, you're at a different spot. Like, what's going on here? You're not in the studio. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm sitting in front of my TV watching football. Just going to be completely transparent. I'm still in the same spot, just by the television because I have too much made parlays and fantasy football on the line not to be absolutely dialed in to NFL football right now. Scott Hansen has me covered, and we have you covered for the Baltimore Orioles game. Last night we said what we were going to do is we were just going to throw it out. We were going to take last night's game and throw it out, go out there tomorrow. Your ace Corbin Burns on the mound. Go win it, put out a solid showing, and you're feeling good heading into the Red Sox series. Then the offense absolutely disappeared once again. Go Patriots. Sorry, I'm watching that. The offense disappeared once again. They had opportunities. Don't get me wrong. They had opportunities. What are the final stats here for the Orioles? They were 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position, 9 left on base. 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position, 9 left on base. I talked last night. I went on a rant about it that we just won. I mean, we've said consistency over and over again. Today, exact same thing. I said last night, the most annoying part about this offense is one or two guys will be on fire. They'll catch life. And then the next thing you know, they're the only ones with any sort of heart, any sort of life on this team. Right now, it's Gunnar Henderson. Another 3-hit game, 3 for 4 for Gunnar Henderson. And he and Cedric Mullins. The Orioles had 5 hits between 2 players. Last night, I said my biggest grudge with this team is their inability to have everyone going at the same time. It's only 1 to 2 players that will do something, and the rest of them put offers up. And they came out there and did exactly what I talked about, literally to the definition. I said last night, 2 players, they legitimately scattered 5 hits across 2 players. It's concerning. It's concerning. I mean, it gives me some sort of hope. I mean, I'm going to take an optimistic route on this. It gives me some sort of hope that if this entire team finally all puts it together for the first time since probably June, June's really the last time I felt like this team was all on the same page at the same time. That's when obviously you still had Kyle Bradish, you had John Means, you had Danny Coulomb, who we got a little bit of an update on today. We will talk about that in a little bit. But it's just the same old story. I could have recorded this post-game show probably 5 days ago, probably a month and a half ago, probably 3 weeks ago. Well, the Baltimore Orioles had opportunities after a decent pitch game. The starter keeps them in it. Bullpen does well, no earned runs. And unfortunately, the bats fall short. Bats couldn't hit with runners in scoring position. Bats left guys on base. Bats couldn't score without the home run ball. I could have said that 3 weeks ago, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. And it would have probably just replayed the exact same recording as a post-game show for maybe 60% of games. It just feels like recently this offense, I said it last night, it was my biggest pet peeve. I said, not only will they go inconsistently on a day-to-day basis as an offense, each guy, meaning they'll have 2 guys on fire, the rest of the offense is off. They go through streaks of, we'll score earlier this week. Yes, it was against the White Sox. I do not care. Put up 10 runs. We'll put up 10 runs, 9 runs. And then they scored 1 run combined in the last 2 games. I can guarantee you ain't winning games if you're scoring 1 run over 18 innings. Oh, another deep ball. Anthony Richardson is missing the deep ball, especially Adonai Mitchell. All around, I'm going to get into – first I'm going to talk about Corbin Burnes. I think Kevin's going to hop on for a little bit. This will once again be kind of a shorter post game. I know Kevin's got to hit the road and I got to do something a little later. So we'll probably be in that 30, 40-minute range again as we end the first slate of NFL games. We're talking about the Baltimore Orioles losing 2-0. This is Kevin and Zach Reacts. Kevin Ostreicher will be joining me shortly. The Orioles, they didn't lose because of Corbin Burnes. Corbin Burnes, 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. The 2 runs coming on that 2-run home run by DeLuca. Kevin, did you text me for a link? Oh. Okay, that's on. Okay, guys, this is on me. I got to invite Kevin to the stream. We do this sometimes. We are what we like to call a well-oiled machine. You guys get to see all the behind-the-scenes stuff, and here's us doing behind the scenes in front of the scene. So there's Kevin getting the link so he can join, and we can talk about this disappointing offense, to say the least. But it wasn't necessarily disappointing from Corbin Burnes. Wow, Kevin joins fast. You know, you got to give it to him. Kevin Ostreicher is going to join as soon as he gets the link. Kevin, hair's looking great. Got a little facial hair going. How are we feeling?
Yeah, man, it's all going tomorrow. So you got to enjoy it while you can. But man, just disappointing. We talked about how, technically we talked only about Colorado and Chicago, but I mean, Tampa's a team you have to at least win the series against, man. Like, and especially the way that I was listening to you as we started, or as you started, but kind of the same stuff, man. I mean, we've said it over and over again with this team where it's like the offense can't get it going. Corbin bounces back. You need a stud performance from him against the Rays lineup that's bottom 5 in the league in a ton of offensive categories, including runs.
Yeah.
So, he gets out-dueled, Corbin Burnes does, with the stat line he had because the offense can't get it going. I mean, you get shut out by Tampa, and you also lose the game last night in
1 run in 18 innings.
The same fashion. Yeah, it's brutal. And can we please take Adley out of the second spot? Can we just officially get him gone from there consistently? Yeah.
And if we want to take it back even further, the Orioles won 2-0 on Friday. So they scored, and one of them was a solo shot by Gunnar. Wednesday, they scored 1 run against the White Sox. So over the past 4 games, the Orioles have scored 1 run, 2 runs, 1 run, 0 runs. Kevin, this offense, and then the 2 games before, they scored 13 runs and 9 runs, because this is what that offense loves to do. Kevin, what's that word that we like to say that we're looking for from this team pretty much on a daily basis?
Consistency.
And you know what is not consistent? Scoring 13 runs, then 9 runs, and then immediately going 4 straight games of 2 or less runs. Although I guess in some ways you got to give it to them, because they consistently do this. They're consistently inconsistent. You almost feel it, like they get 2 or 3 straight games of the offense looks incredible, and you're like, all right, this is where it falls off a cliff. And you just predict it. You're like, okay, I don't think this is going to happen now. I don't think, and it usually more times than not, it feels like that's the case.
And I honestly feel more confident with hitters batting with no runners on base than I do with them batting with runners on base.
Yep.
Oh, you said that already?
Well, no, I was going to say, I said right before you got on, 0 for 7 runners in scoring position, 9 men left on base. Also, the Bengals just kicked a field goal, 16-10, losing to the Patriots, 6 minutes left. Kevin, I think we're about to, I know you got to go in a little bit, but if it gets close, this might turn into a Bengals hate watch. I'm telling you.
Well,
I'm
it is close.
telling
It's
you.
one possession game if it's 16-10. It's a hate watch already right there.
Well,
So
yeah, but I
if the
mean,
Bengals can stop the Patriots and then they get the
yes,
ball
Kevin,
back.
don't give them. We're talking about we want the Bengals not to win. Like,
Well, no, I'm saying that if that happens, then you're already in a hate watch.
well, yeah, we are already hate watching it, but I'm saying like we might be able to see the whole game at this point. Kevin was my point.
Okay, yeah. Well, I
Like an
have Joe
entire
Burrow in
in
like half my leagues as quarterback, so. But
yeah,
obviously, Ravens come first.
yeah,
Ravens
exactly.
first, fantasy second.
Let's talk Corbin Burns for a little bit. 6 innings, only the 2 earned runs on 7 hits. The 2 earned runs, obviously, coming on that home run.
Yep.
Kind of what are your? It was not a bad start at all by Corbin, not at all.
No, I mean it's the same stuff we had seen in the beginning of the season, where they just didn't give him run support. I mean, Corbin bounced back. Again, he did what he was supposed to do against a poor Rays offense.
Yeah,
I mean, he did what he was supposed to do, and him giving up 2 runs. I mean, that should be enough to win you 9 out of 10 games, right? Because no offense is going to score 7 runs every single game. Like, there are going to be games like this. The problem is that there are too many games like this for the offense, right? I'm not holding the Orioles to an expectation of you have to score 6 to 8 runs every game, or else you're a disappointing offense. And when you put up 4 in one game, but like you said, it was 18 innings, 1 run, and the other outputs for the last 3 months now have been you get those offensive explosions, but they are very few and far in between, inconsistent efforts. And
yeah,
this starting staff has been the most consistent part of the team because they're winning a lot of games. And if their starting staff was even a little bit worse, they'd be losing because the offense can't get, everything. And Joe, I clarified that 49ers thing, by the way. Don't even put that on me. It was my
yeah.
jinx with the football gods that didn't pay off. It was always the Ravens.
You think Justin Jefferson can get 21 more yards? Because that'd be really lit. That'd be so cool.
Dude, in one of my leagues, I accidentally drafted Saquon over Justin Jefferson, and I mean, like, it paid off for me this week. But
Oh, definitely.
by the way, I thought I had taken out DeAndre Hopkins for Zach Moss, but apparently I forgot to do that. So, yeah, DeAndre is apparently towards MCL, and like
Hey,
that's like a year recovery.
look at me. My biggest lock, like guy you need in every league. Dalton Kincaid, balling today. 0
Yeah,
reception, 0 yards. Exactly what.
I had Curtis Samuel not balling.
Oh yeah, no. Dalton Kincaid hasn't gotten a single reception. So.
Oh, you were trolling?
Yes, no. Dalton Kincaid is
Nah.
actually.
You know who scored a touchdown today, Zach?
Yes, I do because I have Nico. Yes, I do know who scored a touchdown today. Yeah, I do know. But Nico's got 105. He's got 105 yards, so that's what we like to see.
I passed on him in one league, and also, you want to know who else scored today? The man Kyle Pitts himself.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No,
look at that.
boys are having some fun. Man, let's I guess before we get too deep into NFL talk and reacting to that. Big series coming up against the Red Sox. Also, just to let everyone know, the Yankees are losing to the Cubs 2-1. I do still hate watch them. Just about outside saying 3 runs in 3 games, unacceptable. You're not going to win. The Orioles are lucky to win game 1.
Yep.
You know, if you would have told us that we only scored 3 runs in – do we have a kick return? Oh, do we have a kick return? Oh, Arizona kick return. You know, you talk about 3 runs in 3 games. The Orioles are lucky to have won 1, which sucks to say. But if you would have told us that we scored 3 runs across all 3 games, I'm probably like, shit, we got swept.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sitting there feeling all great about it.
Are we calling the Rays a bottom 5 team right now? Bottom
In baseball?
10? Yeah, bottom 10.
No, they're too consistent. I think they got back up to 500.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
their offense is atrocious, but that pitching staff keeps them in it. They're 71 and 72.
yeah, that's what I was weighing. I was weighing the pitching staff compared to the offense, and one outweighed the other enough. But
Yeah.
I mean, even still, this team can't be losing games like this to Tampa. I mean, if it was a close game, but the offense showed something, and then there was some mishaps in the pitching staff, like okay, but yeah, just the way they lost it was so disappointing.
Yeah, it really is, especially because it felt like, again, the bullpen does well. Corbin Burns pitches well. If you would have told me that they held Tampa to 2 runs today, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, you think they win, but I mean, I guess with this offense, maybe you don't. So I mean, it's
Yeah,
kind of
it's
a
a tough spot to be in right now. It's a tough
best of
spot.
times with the pitching staff, worst of times with the offense.
Yeah.
So
Let me pull up just kind of the standings and everything right now.
yeah. Well, I do have to hop out of here.
Yeah. Nope, you're good. I'm going to go for about another 10 minutes, 10, 15
All
minutes.
right.
But yeah, just another disappointing game. Let me catch the wild card real fast. The Orioles are still have a 9-game advantage in the wild card.
I mean, they will look. My prediction is
They'll
they
make
will make
the
the playoffs. How they make it, we'll see. Like I just think they're too far ahead to not. Like it would have to be a historic collapse, and like I guess don't rule anything out with any team, but I mean they're gonna make the playoffs. In my opinion, it's just a matter of
18 games left, 9 games
yeah.
up.
It'd be pretty crazy if they didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, that would be unreal
Yeah.
if they.
Now,
If
how
they,
they make it, where they make it, that is the other question.
yeah, that's what we've remained to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But all right, man. Talk to everybody later. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We'll be back with another episode of this soon. Hopefully a win. So, peace out.
Yeah.
And yes,
Peace, Kevin.
hopefully more glass fish on the way. So
Yeah, hopefully more glass
let's
fish
go. All right, peace
on the
out.
way. Awesome, Kevin. So that was Kevin Ostreicher, the other half of Kevin and Zach Reacts. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Yeah, we go live after every single Orioles and Ravens game if you're new here. So hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. I am in a different location right now because I'm watching football. You know, it's football. It's Sunday football. It was another brutal game. There were some positives. I'm going to do my 1 up, 1 down. My 1 up, even though it should be Gunner 3 for 4. I'm going to go Corbin Burns just because 6 innings, 2 earned runs. That's what you want from Corbin Burns. Even though this isn't a great Tampa offense, even though this isn't an offense that necessarily strikes any sort of fear in you, he did what he was supposed to do. One pitch is the difference in this game. Unfortunately, Corbin did his job. I like how you put that, Steven. Corbin just simply did his job. He gets it done. My 1 down is going to be Adley. Just once again, 0 for 3. He got the walk, but this genuinely was just one of those situations where in big moments, I don't want Adley Rutschman up. I just simply do not want, at no point do I want Adley Rutschman on the field or at bat in a massive situation. And that sucks. That sucks so much because he used to be a guy that when the moment was the brightest, you wanted Adley up. It used to be when the game was on the line, when the lights were the brightest, in the biggest situation, you wanted Adley Rutschman up to help you win that ball game. And right now, that's not the case. It's just simply not the case. It's the unfortunate truth right now. It's the unfortunate truth. I don't know what you do with him. I don't know what if you move him back. They've moved him all the way down to 5th at times in the lineup. That didn't seem to help. I don't know if it's injury. I don't know if it's wear and tear. I don't know what's going on, but it seems to almost also just be a mental block at this point for Adley. We've gotten to the point where I can't point to anything on film. Like his swing looks longer. He's not swinging at good pitches. He's missing balls that he should be hitting. This isn't the same Adley Rutschman that we're used to, that we all, over the past 2 years have grown to love, have grown to see as the glue to this team. You know, he is the glue. We talk about it all the time. He's the guy that this team goes as far as Adley Rutschman goes. And right now, it's not going far. If he is still struggling, it's hard to envision this team making a deep playoff run. Did Stephon Diggs just catch another touchdown? Oh, my gosh. That is crazy. Wow, and then the Bears just scored a defensive touchdown. This whole day, just honestly, like it just really felt like one of those moments where once it got 2-0, you knew the game was over. It sucks that that's the part, but once it was 2-0, you knew this game was absolutely over. It's hard. It's hard to put into words. It really is. It's just disappointing. They disappear when you feel like they're needed the most. Corbin Burns puts up an incredible game, goes out there and helps. 6 innings, 2 earned runs. Exactly what we talked about last night with Eflin. What you want from these pitchers is to give you an opportunity to win ball games, and they've given the Orioles an opportunity back-to-back nights with Eflin and Burns. That when they leave after 6 innings, 3 runs last night, 2 runs tonight. You know you need to get those. Like, you need to capitalize. You need to be able to win one of those games against a bad Rays offense. And they weren't able to do it. It's the unfortunate part of it, but they just simply weren't able to do it. And yeah. So a little bit shorter episode this time, I know, but me and Kevin wanted to still hop on to talk about this, even though it's super disappointing. It's not one of those games that you feel great about at all. Orioles lose 2-0. It's on to the Red Sox. The biggest thing that this team can do is go out there tomorrow. Cade Povich on the mound versus Brian Bayo. They need to go get a win. It's as simple as that. I don't care how. I don't care if it's pretty. I don't care if it's not. They just simply need to find a way to go get the win. So, yeah. That'll do it for this edition of Kevin and Zach React. Sorry, just a little bit of a shorter one today, but we will be back tomorrow after the Orioles and Red Sox play at 7:10. So we'll be back here around 10 o'clock. But that'll do it for today. As always, hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. And